Herzlich willkommen zurück zur Swiss Darts Trophy 2024. Die zweite Runde live und präsentiert von der PDC Europe hier aus der legendären St. Jakobshalle in Basel in der Schweiz. Wir holen unsere nächsten beiden Spieler auf die Bühne und begrüßen zunächst aus Aldershot, England, die aktuelle Nummer 18 der Welt mit 39 PDC-Titeln und Majors in 3 verschiedenen Jahrzehnten. Hier kommt The Machine, James Wade.
Were meant to cut me down, and if my love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. No, I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor.
Und sein Gegner aus Wales, die aktuelle Nummer 7 der Welt. Er ist der Gewinner von 37 PDC-Titeln. Ein ehemaliger World Grand Prix und Grand Slam of Darts Champion. Und der ehemalige Champion of the world. It's the Iceman, Gerwyn.
MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them, being quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a super tempo. I'm on a roll, it's time to go solo.
Außerdem begrüßen wir auf der Bühne unseren Referee der nächsten beiden Matches und das ist George Noble.
Well, if you managed to catch that interview at the end of the game yesterday from James Wade, he said this game is going to be played with a lot of respect. He wasn't fully aware he was going to be playing Gerwyn Price, but the second he was, he knew it would be game time. Gerwyn Price started very strongly on the European Tour this year. Back-to-back semi-finals before reaching a final in event number 3, but hasn't quite kept that kind of form going and will be looking to get past this round for the first time in 4 attempts, 4 back-to-back defeats at this stage. James Wade, though, hasn't got past this stage at any point this year so far, but did look good in his opening game when he blew away Dimitri Vandenberg. But you feel Gerwyn Price, a player who's sort of a bit picky and choosy these days in regards to where he's going to play his darts. He's been dodging events. He's missed 7 Pro Tours this year alongside the Masters and other events. You feel Gerwyn Price has done that to be able to peak at the right time of year, which is now.
And it's usually when he does peak. We are building up to his beloved Grand Slam, which he's yet to qualify for. But you're right, this is the worst streak on the Euro Tour that 8-time Euro Tour title winner Gerwyn Price has ever had. 5 games lost in a row, starting with a quarter-final in the Netherlands to Josh Rock back in May. Then his opening games against Dirk van Dijvenbode, Christoph Ratajski, Luke Woodhouse, and most recently Wessel Nijman. And he's played some good stuff in those games, just some of them. But he's also lost, and it's not something he's used to doing. It's never happened before.
Something I'm sure he'll put right sooner rather than later.
Well, he's on a 4-game winning streak against James Wade, if that's any crumb of comfort for him.
Well, James Wade, from the second of beating Dimitri Vandenberg yesterday, straight in that interview, he said he was gunning for him the second he found out he was playing him.
Well, it's quite the transformation, because you only have to go back maybe, I don't know, 4 months.
140.
James Wade looking like he was going to miss out on the match play. Very real danger of missing out on the World Grand Prix. European Championship didn't look like he was going to be threatening that. All of a sudden, all those worries eased. Got to the match play, made the semis. He's in the Euros. He's in the World Grand Prix. No, nothing to worry about. James Wade, winner. There's been a lot of focus on that colon of late.
Gerwyn, you require 167.
See, I have a theory regarding that and regarding the James Wade situation, and I think it's a benefit that he got to that situation where going into the last events, they weren't even sure he was going to get a world match play place.
Level 17 is not found, so Price has a chance to break the Wade throw in the opening leg.
81. Gerwyn, you require 76.
Well, when we were talking earlier on in Ryan Searle's game about players that are the best players at tops in the world, Gerwyn Price is one of those that you'd certainly add in that conversation. Case in point.
And this is the weird thing about Gerwyn Price. He puts his... Not troubles. Look, the guy's... He's won on the World Series this year. He's played some great stuff on the World Series, to be honest. He's played some very good stuff all over the place. But he's just missing key doubles. You look at his doubles percentage, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's decent. It's around that 40% mark. But it just seems to be the important ones that he's missing. Ones that determine legs and matches. And you look at the last 2 games he's lost on the Euro Tour at this stage. Both 6-5. He's had chances to win those games.
Is that where we now start to question, has Gerwyn Price maybe slightly lost that edge? Because when we look at interviews that he's done recently with various media outlets, he's actually talked about
96.
Where the end of his career might lie. And if he's seeing where that potentially is he maybe not as ruthless as he once was?
Well, by his own admission, he's not as hungry as he was. He doesn't have anything to prove. He's got to world #1. He's won the World Championship. He's won 3 Grand Slams. He doesn't need to prove anything. He's also built a business empire. That means if he walked away from darts tomorrow, he'd be fine.
Oh, and not to forget, he now, I think he's conquered life. He owns a chip shop.
He does. It's about one of the 50% of his hometown that he owns. Like some medieval feudal lord.
Gerwyn, you require 111.
And he's bossing this contest in the early stages. Treble 17 and tops will make it 2-0. But that's a miss he can afford to have in this position. Well, it looks like it is anyway.
Yeah, James Wade nowhere to be seen at the moment. He's going to leave it handy. But he's in a position at the moment where he could do nothing about Gerwyn Price winning the leg.
72.
Completely in the hands of the Welshman.
Loves this double 12. And he'll like it a tiny little bit more now.
Gerwyn Price, so let James throw first.
Well, as you pointed out, Matt, James Wade, as soon as he won and was told he was facing Gerwyn Price, he said, Gezi, I'm coming for you. When is that going to happen, James? Because it hasn't started yet.
140.
Bit of boat rowing there, maybe Gezi will get a business idea out of that and get some boats to put on the lake. But he said, when's it going to happen, Dan? It might be now.
Might be. Look, he went 2-0 down to Dimitri Vandenberg in the opening game here this weekend, James Wade, and he turned that around, played some very solid stuff. Admittedly, Dimitri wasn't throwing a great deal back at him. He is so stubborn on that treble 20.
45.
He's also one of the best in the world at finding it past those blocker darts, but he doesn't tend to move unless he really, really has to.
58.
Leaves it handy. Get his first leg on the board. Gerwyn Price getting in range.
140.
This is quite a big moment within this game.
Yes, just to hold his throw. Double 8. Now James Wade is coming for him. 14 darter to get into the match.
He didn't look happy about it though, did he?
85.
What did you want? Gambling around like a baby lamb?
Yeah, a bit of...
Maybe
Maybe a bit of a smile rather than a grimace.
It may just be wind.
140.
Thought that was Velcro.
Yes. Again, persevering on that blocked bed, but
60.
unable to find it. How important will that break in the opening leg of this game be? Gerwyn Price knows hold of throw will be enough for him.
59.
Winner of this to face either Christobi or Vessel Nyman. That's the final game of this evening.
137.
Well, that gets James Wade first to the finish, but you feel Gerwyn Price can be on something a lot more reachable, but very bizarrely opting to go for the maximum rather than setting up his favourite tops.
We'll come back to that, because James Wade isn't going to take the 170. I think that's an example of this more common shot. You've got the marker darts in there. You think you've got a much better chance of getting the treble. It leaves single to double. If he'd gone for the 19s, only got the single, he'd be in a similar position to this. Could use 2 darts to get to a double. May not even get to a double at all. Has got to double 10.
57. James requires 70.
To get the breaker throw back. It's a slow start for James Wade.
30.
Oh, and that's a wire bender.
Gerwyn, you require 20.
To re-establish the cushion.
Can't get much closer than that.
Ooh.
Listen to that.
Fifth leg, James to throw first.
Well, it's been a while since seeing Gerwyn Price really roar on something, and, well, we asked for James Wade to smile, and there it is.
$93.
James Wade. Amused at Gezi letting rip on stage.
60.
Probably find that's the respect that James Wade has for Gerwyn Price as well as a player and as a person, because we have seen in the past him, do we say, get irritated by celebrations before.
140.
Yeah, and look, I think Gerwyn Price, you've seen it all. I think Gerwyn Price is probably better when he's fired up. The roaring and screaming Gerwyn Price is the best version of Gerwyn Price. Now, that happens because he's playing the best darts he's been successful. Can you fake it? Can you just roar and yell and hope that the good darts come along with it?
134.
I don't know.
Which I guess goes hand in hand with what we were saying earlier on, that has he just lost that slight bit of edge? Because that's what gave him the edge.
58.
That's what gave him that extra bit of percentage.
Whether it gave it certainly went hand in hand, didn't it? It was a symptom of Gerwyn Price being at his best, that competitive, ultra fierce adversary.
105. James requires 76.
76 for Wade. Took this out earlier. Taking it out a different way this time. No.
56. Gerwyn, you require 97.
For a bit of control.
87.
Feel we'd have got a
Required
similar
20.
reaction there for Gerwyn Price had he had taken the 97. Instead, it's disappointment, and that disappointment may be about to amplify.
Last start finds the mark. James Wade hanging on in this game. A couple of darts missed for 4-1 and another break there. And Gerwyn Price, we find ourselves... Superb start to this leg, by the way. 174. But that finishing percentage he's got right now of 38%, that's all right. That's about average. And it's not far off what he's doing all year. But it's those important doubles, those ones that all of a sudden this game really is hanging in the balance when it could have been 4-1 and it feels like he's cruising. And it's happened so often to him this year. And he has lost so many tight games that I don't know whether it's almost not talking himself into it, but you're kind of expecting it's going to happen again.
You become familiar with patterns, don't you? If it happens once, it's fine. Twice, okay. 3, I'm starting to notice it. But when you're talking about over a whole year, what a reaction this is from Gerwyn Price. 9 darts in, left the double, and the reactions are building. He's starting to match the energy of the room.
You require 24.
There is no miss this time. And there's a celebration there. It's satisfaction from Gerwyn Price, but I think it's probably relief as well. Because he has bossed a huge part of this game. And yes, he's 4-2 up, but it could have been an even better lead, and he's nearly won it already.
85.
$101 average right now for Gerwyn Price. This hasn't been out of the ordinary on the Euro Tour. What's been out of the ordinary that he hasn't won a game since May.
When you think how well he started the year as well, semi-finals, and you think he's going to move on again, he's going to try and re-establish himself in the real top ranking in the world of darts. I mean, he's been in the sort of top 8 since 2018. But with some events that he's been missing and a few poor results here and there, and he could be in danger of coming out of there for the first time in 6 years.
There's that Robin Hood dart from James Wade.
100.
He's got darts on the brain, hasn't he?
See what he did there. Very good.
98.
That was nearly very good from Gerwyn Price, but he is applying pressure to the Wade throw. And Wade throwing similar kind of numbers as he did last night against Dimitri. It was more than enough against Dimitri. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough against Gerwyn Price, but you can take nothing for granted in games featuring the Iceman, certainly on the Euro Tour in recent times.
60. James require 140. Charlie Stone flag, Gerwyn. A flag going into throw first.
Just so inviting, wasn't it, that first start in the treble 20? Didn't even entertain the idea of top stops. That one adds to the column of big finishes we've seen so far this evening.
100. $83. $140.
Now things look precarious for Price.
Well, you literally just said about
59.
a minute ago, nothing feels assured about Gerwyn Price on the Euro Tour this year, and within 1 minute, it's gone from looking comfortable for Gerwyn Price to all of a sudden, he could be getting level game.
60.
Needs another to reach a finish. That's exactly what he's got. Gerwyn Price is digging in there. He is fighting. There's never been a lack of effort from him. Just the odd dart, the wrong side of the odd wire. And he's ended up on the wrong side of results, and it keeps on happening.
Gerwyn, you require 161.
Wade leaves himself a 2-darter. Oh, this is on. Treble 18 is found. Gerwyn Price for a 161.
118. James, you require 96.
Didn't threaten the bullseye. James Wade, for a level game, he's got 2. Well, when you talk about moments, you talk about chances, that could be the one that changes the fate and the direction of this game.
2 darts at tops for 5-3. Double 10. And he misses again.
James, you require 18.
And it is a literal head scratcher for the Iceman.
Well, you highlighted the potential problem in the Gerwyn Price armoury at the moment. And that is when he's getting those 2 darts, when he's getting those opportunities, not taking them. And they've really been highlighted in the last couple of legs. And James Wade stepping in and taking charge.
James Wade with his 3rd maximum of this game. And it has to be at this point. Having led and been better than his opponent for a large portion of the game, to find himself pegged back and then Wade kicking off with the darts with a 180. Gerwyn Price must not be able to stop himself from thinking, this is happening again. How is this happening again? Why is it happening again?
58.
Staying down on the 19s there has left himself in a spot of bother, because even a maximum now means he cannot leave a finish. So James Wade with the darts,
65.
he's going to get an extra visit here just by the mathematics, so we say, of Gerwyn Price.
95. James, you require 160.
Just stay straight. It's the bare minimum.
100.
Picks up a treble, leaves himself single to double. And James Wade might be about to go into the lead for the first time in this contest. Trailed 2-0, 3-1, 4-2. There were 3 darts missed for a 5-3 lead for Gerwyn Price. And now the machine is looking to turn it round and has done.
James Wade, 10 flag, Gerwyn to throw first.
I think the face of Gerwyn Price at times here says all you need to see and all you need to know. Looking a very disappointed figure. I feel that this is slipping away from him here. It's got to be perfect. He's got to find a breaker throw from James Wade, but first of all, he needs to hold his own. And right now, what has been so good for Gerwyn Price is all starting to go a little bit wrong.
60.
I mean, look, you're not seeing any difference in the technique. You're not seeing that much difference in the average. He's still been throwing good stuff. Lost a vessel, Nyman, last week with a 98 average nearly. It was 98 and losing to Luke Woodhouse, both 6'5". Here, it's a 95 average, but it's been higher than that for most of the game. But it's crucial doubles at crucial times that have evaded him. That's his first maximum of the match, and it's greeted with a sarcastic raised fist. He's still in this game, but I don't know if he believes he can turn it around.
I can only echo your point of earlier on. It's just those little moments, those 2 darts, those little combinations, everything else. And it's not like he's missing them by far. They are on the wire, which ultimately adds to the frustration. And this, from James Wade, would add to the frustration.
To win it, bullseye. James Wade has turned it around, and Gerwyn Price's barren streak on the Euro Tour continues. The machine said he was coming for him, and after a slow start, he proved